Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. It's been a hot minute, and by a hot minute I mean literally a year and a half maybe since I posted on this channel, but I do want to get back into posting this, especially if the clock app is going to get banned. I'm going to start posting on here a little bit more. So I know that I'm super far behind with like wrap-ups and TBRs, so what we're going to do today, if you couldn't tell by the title of this video, we're going to be tier ranking all the books that I've read from January through March as like our first quarter kind of wrap up. So we're just going to get right into it. Okay, so I made 5 tiers for this video. So we have Tattoo It on My Soul. Those are books that were just absolutely phenomenal to me. Infinity stars, probably really high 5 stars, okay? Then we have The Book Was Booking. These are solid reads I would recommend to everyone. Just didn't give me that really extra special feeling. And then we have Liked But Didn't Love. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. Liked it but didn't absolutely love it. The 4th tier we have is It's for Someone But I'm Not Someone. And I can tell you there are going to be a few of those books in here. And then we have the last tier, Bring This Book Up and I Will Throw Hands. There are also a few of those in here, I know for sure. So let's get right into it. Okay, so starting off, I organized these all in reading order. So we're going from January through March. But if some of the books were series, I might just put them all in at the same time so we can talk about it all at the same time. Okay, so Good Girl, Bad Blood. This is the second book in the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. I listened to that entire series as audiobook, and it was really good. I would say Liked But Didn't Love. It is YA mystery. I did like the mystery aspect. I think Good Girl, Bad Blood is my favorite of the series. I think I gave it a 4.5. And then I'll just put up that third book too, As Good as Dead. I'll probably put it in the same. Liked But Didn't Love. I would recommend it to people if they were looking for a YA mystery kind of deal. I probably won't think about that book a lot. I probably won't think about that book again though. Then we have God of Fury. Now, if you know me, if you follow me on Instagram or you follow me on TikTok or you just know me in person, I haven't shut up about this book since the day that I finished reading it. God of Fury, Tattoo It on My Soul. It is embedded in every fiber of my being. I'm literally gonna get a God of Fury tattoo because that book was, oh my god, that book was phenomenal. That entire series, but God of Fury. And let me tell you, it's in January because it was a reread. Okay, I finished that book on December 30th, 2023, and then within a few days I was like, no, I'm not leaving this universe, so I reread it. I listened to it as an audiobook. I have absolutely no regrets, and I recommend that book to every living being. Okay, I love that. Is one of my favorite books of all time. Then we have something like Lust by Piper Rain. I like a lot of their books. They are just really cute, short, spicy sports romances. This is part of the Chicago Grizzly series. I think this is the 3rd or the 4th one, if I'm not mistaken. I liked some of the books, but I would say It's for Someone, It's Not for Me. It's for someone, but I'm not someone. I don't know, something about that book, it had so much promise. And I can see how a lot of people say that it's their favorite of the series, but it just, something really irks me about that book. Then we have The American Roommate Experiment. I didn't expect to like this book as much as I did, so I'm gonna put it in Liked but Didn't Love, but I would still recommend it to people. I know that I personally still love The Spanish Love Deception a lot more than The American Roommate Experiment, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I've heard some nasty reviews about that book, but to me, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Okay, here we go. Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover. Again, if you know me or if you follow me on all my other social media accounts, you already know where this is going. Bring This Book Up and I Will Throw Hands. This is my least favorite book in the world. Actually, you know what it's tied with? It's tied with its other book, Maybe Now. Okay? Those books frustrate me to no end. To no end. I fear that is it for me, for Colleen Hoover. That's it. That was the last straw for me. And I don't like to use this word often, okay? But I hate those books. I really do. Then we have Maybe Not by Colleen Hoover. This is like a novella that goes right between it. And it wasn't terrible, but I still want to put it with the rest because I just think about those books together and I just, I want to not think about it. You know what I'm saying? Those books, I've never been so irrationally mad about ink on dead trees. Those books pissed me off. Oh my god, and I let everybody know. I usually don't go on about like books that I don't like, but I have to tell people about that one because I'm like, if you think you like the same books as I do, that's not the book for you. Definitely not the book. Don't waste your money, don't waste your time, don't waste your breath. Books were terrible. Moving on, we have Forget Me Not by Julie Soto. This was recommended to me by my friend Cash. I really did like this book. It's not like a forever favorite of mine, so I will put it in liked but didn't love, but I would recommend it to people. I thought it was so cute. Something that I think could have put that book higher for me was getting dual POV. I think that would have done it for me because I needed to know what he was thinking. Okay, then we have Butcher and Blackbird. This was a reread. I read it in 2023 and I absolutely loved it. I wouldn't say tattooed on my soul, but the book was definitely booking. I mean, if I reread it, it's at least the book was booking. You know what I'm saying? Then we have Abby Jimenez's Yours Truly. Now, I know a lot of people say this is their favorite Abby Jimenez book. Mine is still personally Part of Your World. But I did like this book. There was just a huge miscommunication part of this book. And a lot of people say they can understand it and they get it. I didn't. I mean, I did, but I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I got it, but I'm still like, I didn't like that. It really pissed me off, you know? But it did have some really good quotes in it. Was the book booking? Oh, this is a hard one. I want a tier like right between liked but didn't love and the book was booking. You know what? If I'll be so honest with myself. Okay, I'll put liked but didn't love. No. That feels wrong. The book was booking? No. Okay. Stop. Liked it but didn't love it. We'll leave it there. I loved Part of Your World. Okay, you know what? I'm going to jump to the book that comes after that. I actually got an arc for Every Summer After, or not Every Summer After, Just for the Summer. That comes out on April 2nd. I really enjoyed that book. I'm actually going to put that one in the book was booking. My favorite, like I said, Part of Your World is still my favorite Abby Jimenez book. Then Just for the Summer, then Yours Truly. Just for the Summer just hit me like a train, man. Like, that was the deepest Abby Jimenez book I've ever read, and it was so relatable. I should have read the trigger warnings. Like, I usually don't read trigger or content warnings because I haven't been triggered by something. But that, like, it's not even a dark romance. It's just the way the toxic relationship, like the toxic... If you go read it, you'll know. There's toxicity in there, okay? And it hit a little too close to home for me. But it was really good. Cute, funny. I love both the FMC and the MMC. I really need everybody to read that when it comes out. Okay, then we have Heartless by Elsie Silver. This is the second book in the Chestnut Spring series. This was a reread, so obviously, the book was booking. The entire series was booking. Seriesing, you know. My favorite is still Reckless, though, but I had the audiobook for Heartless, so I just wanted to get the ball rolling when I think I was like getting into a slump and I was like, let's just listen to something that I know will hit, and it was Heartless. Okay, we have Fix Her Up. This is the first book in the Hot and Hammered series, so I'm just going to do the whole series right now. For Fix Her Up, it's for someone, but I'm not someone. I liked it. Did I? I think I gave it 3 stars. It was cute. It had promise, but I was irritated with both of the characters. But I can see how people can like it. I can see how people can love that book. However, the second book, Love Her, Lose Her, the book was booking. After reading that first one, I didn't expect to like that one as much as I did. But that book was so good. Oh my god. That is the book that made me realize I am a second chance girly. I am a marriage inconvenience girly, okay? Oh my god. The way that therapy is talked about in that one, loved it. Love languages in that book, loved it. The spice, loved it. Oh my gosh. Tessa Bailey really did something with that book. And like, I was so glad that I didn't stop after the first book, because that really did something for me. And then Tools of Engagement, the third one though, that was the best. The book was booking. Not tattoo it on my soul level, but definitely my favorite of the series. I'm so glad that I did not give up on this series. And I've also, that book helped me realize that I am a reverse Grumpy Sunshine girly as well. Black Cat, Golden Retriever, and Black Cat is my vibe. Because I've read like quite a few now, and they've all been hitting for me, and I loved it so much. Oh my god. I think about that book and I just get extremely happy because the character development in that book too, and its single dad, so good. So good, and I wasn't expecting it. I gave that book 5 stars. That was my first 5-star of the year. That was a good book. And I need people to read that book. I need people to understand where I'm coming from, because I know a lot of people are like kind of put off by Tessa Bailey nowadays. Like, they liked a few of her books, but then they're kind of like, it's kind of hit and miss. This was a hit. This was a hit. Please go read that book. Okay, we have Every Summer After. Now, this is going to be an unpopular opinion. The book was booking. The book was booking. I can't tell you. I don't know. I know there's a trope in there that nobody likes. I get it. Maybe a few tropes in there that nobody likes. I don't know what to say. I enjoyed the book. I was an emotional wreck reading that book. That book did something to me. And I know so many people hate it. I get it. Truly. I can understand the hate. I just simply don't. I really enjoyed that book. Please excuse my dog. I really enjoyed that book. Second Chance, Friends to Lovers, come on. It's like the book was made for me. Then we have Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. This is my first Kennedy Ryan book, and I did enjoy it. I didn't love it, so I'm going to put it liked but didn't love. But I am extremely excited for that second book. I have the second book, and I want to read it very, very soon. I think that I'm going to like that one better. This one is Second Chance, Marriage in Crisis. I did like it. But you know what? I think I actually do need to give that book a second chance, because I listened to the audiobook and I wasn't a huge fan of the audiobook. I think maybe if I read it with my eyeballs, it would have been a little bit better. So I might go back and reread it before I read the second one. Okay, then we have The Good Girl by Nikki Sloan. This is book number 5 in the, not Chestnut Springs, Nashville Neighborhood series. Now, if you know me, I have some beef with that series. The first one and the third one, some of my least favorite books of all time. Like, I hate those books. If those books were on here, they would be in that Bring This Book Up and I'll Throw Hands series. That's here. But this one is my favorite of the series. And it is very cliche. Like, you have to go in knowing it's bad boy, good girl. It's brother's best friend, little bit of an age gap, spicy lessons, fake dating. Very, very cliche, but I ate it up. I truly did. But I don't think I can put it in the book was booking. I'll still say liked, but didn't love. It's my favorite of the series, but it's not anything like earth-shattering, you know? Okay, then we have Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. Now, I know everybody and their mothers loves this book, so please don't come at me with your pitchforks. But this is going to be it's for someone, but I'm not someone. So, the pacing of that book really confused me and just didn't, I don't know. Like, I felt like I was done with the book within the first 100 pages. Like, it was a full story already. Why are we continuing? I did like it, though. Like, the beginning of that book, I was enjoying. That first 100 pages was a really good part of that book, and then I was just like, now it's dragging. Now it's too much. Now I'm getting bored. Now I don't like it. So I'm still going to read Wildfire, though. I have heard people who didn't like Icebreaker still liked Wildfire, so I'm going to give that a try. Okay, we have The Teacher by Frida McFadden, so I went into a little bit of a Frida kick, so we'll probably do all of Frida's books all together. The Teacher. Now, here's the thing. It's a little, these tiers are a little bit different for thrillers, okay? Because that book was booking. That book had me hooked from cover to cover. But I did rate this lower than some of the books that are in the liked but didn't love. But just the book was booking. I don't necessarily love it, but it's not a romance book, so I don't feel like it fits completely into these tiers. But there were some of the parts of this book that were just so icky, so icky, and I wanted to throw up. Like, I really did not want to keep reading it, but I needed to get to the end, and the end, phenomenal. That epilogue knocked me on my ass. It was so good. That's the best Frida McFadden epilogue that I've ever read, And that's why it's in the book was booking. That's why. Okay, we have room hate. It's for someone, but I'm not someone. Maybe if I read that book like 3 years ago, maybe. But he does something. He does something that I found weird, and then he did it again, and then he did it again, and then it became like a regular thing for him to do. And I was like, sir, what's happening? It's not. It wasn't for me. It just wasn't for me. But I can see it's second chance, it's roommates, it's childhood best friends to lovers to strangers to lovers. So, had a lot of promise. And there's another trope in there that I can't say because it's kind of a spoiler, but it just, I won't think about that book again. I really, really won't. It's for someone, I'm not them. The Housemaid's Secret. You know, the more I think about this book, I think I need to review my ratings for the Frida books, because I think I would put this in liked but didn't love. But I gave it a higher rating than The Teacher. So I think I need to revisit that. I think I need to look into that again. But liked but didn't love, I really liked the first one. And I gave it the same rating. See, nothing's making sense now. Nothing's making sense. The Housemaid and The Housemaid's Secret, I gave both 4.5. I gave The Teacher 4.25, but something's not adding up. Math is not mathing here. I'll figure it out later, though. The Gift by Frida McFadden. It's for someone, but I'm not someone. That's a really short story. The audiobook was like 30 minutes. It was just too weird for me. It was really weird. I didn't feel anything towards that book, but it got me closer to my reading goal, so we'll leave it there. Okay. Last Call at the Local by Sarah Grunder Ruiz. Oh my goodness. Tattoo it on my soul. Genuinely, tattoo it on my soul. That book had me in an emotional, oh my god. I love that book so much. There is neurodivergency rep in that book, and it was done so well. So well. The FMC has ADHD, the MMC has ADHD and OCD, and it's just the cutest freaking story. If you follow me on all my other socials, I've talked about it like for days, okay? And I read it twice. I literally read the physical copy, and then 3 days later I was like, okay, I need to be back there, so I listened to the audiobook. Amazing. And I'll probably reread it again. It's going to go on the reread roster. That book has a part of my soul, I must say. I really, nobody's talking about that book, so I'll talk about it enough for all of us for now, but you guys need to get on board. Okay, that book was fantastic, and I need to hear more people talking about it. Okay, next we have The Homewrecker. I got the ARC for that. This one I will say liked but didn't love. Same goes for the first one in that series, the anti-hero, liked but didn't love. I gave them the same exact rating. I think I did like The Homewrecker just a little bit more. But there are tropes in that book that a lot of people won't like. I'll tell you right now, because she's marketed as this. It is a cheating trope. It is marriage in crisis. It is brother's ex-boyfriend. It is throuple. So Sarah Kate lets you know all of this because she wants you to go in knowing that it's there. If you do not like cheating, do not read this book. Don't be like, oh, they said it's cheating, but it's not really cheating. I'm sure it'll be like justified. If you get triggered by cheating, do not read this book. I'm telling you right now. But it was good. It did pull on my heartstrings, and it is the spiciest Sarah Kate book that I've ever read. I can say that with my whole chest. 100% confidence. That is the spiciest Sarah Kate book I've ever read, and I read all of Salacious. That was good. It was good. It was good, liked but didn't love. And then last but not least, I just finished this book yesterday, but we have Swift and Saddled by Lila Sage. This one I will also put in liked but didn't love. I loved the first book, Done and Dusted. Done and Dusted would be in The Book Was Booking. Swift and Saddled, I did really enjoy. I didn't feel as connected to the characters as I did with Done and Dusted, if that makes sense. I think I needed, and I feel like some things were brought up, and I thought we were going to go more in depth with them, but we didn't. And I really, really missed that because I really wanted some more information on some things that were brought up, but we just didn't get it. But it's okay. It was still really good. 4.25. I'm still going to absolutely love the third book. I know it. Anyways, so those are all the books I've read in 2024 so far. If you want full reviews, you can definitely go check out my TikTok. I post like wrap up videos every single month, or you can check my Goodreads, or you could message me and just ask me. But yeah, so Tattooed on My Soul, only 2, and 1 is a reread so far. I hope to see more in this next quarter, but we'll see. If you guys have any books that you think deserve a spot in the Tattooed on My Soul tier, please leave it in the comments. I'm like going through my TBR. I've just reorganized my entire bookshelf, like whole setup, so I can see every single book, and I've been unhauling some. But I need good books, guys. I need good books. Bring this book up and I'll throw hands. There shouldn't be 3 in there. I shouldn't have read 3 books that I didn't like, but my brain just won't let me DNF books. So please recommend me amazing books. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Follow me on all my other social media accounts. It's all the same name, Apuyo Reads. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye.